Their upcoming documentary, Fanatical, the catfishing of Tegan and Sara, reveals the untold truth of their fame, and they join us now. Welcome back.
Thank you, guys.
To the morning show. This is terrifying. It just, you know, any of us who have, our worlds are out there on social media, and we are public figures, and you guys are even obviously more in the spotlight, but it is just terrifying to see how vulnerable we all are. I know when you greenlit this, you immediately regretted it. How do you feel now that it's done, it's out there for us all to see?
You know, this sort of started, well, we found out about the start of this, like, you know, 15 years ago, and I think we really grappled with how to talk about it or where to talk about it. At the time, it was this vast scheme that was affecting dozens and dozens of Tegan and Sara fans online, and we felt like if we drew too much attention to it, it might make it worse. Mm-hmm. You know, these were the early days of catfishing. We didn't really know as much as we know about it now. To be perfectly honest, if something like this happened now, I mean, it happens all the time, and most artists are just, they just move on past it. It's just so common now that someone will drop in your DMs and pretending to be someone they're not. But when this first happened, it wasn't like that. It was really scary and daunting. It seemed in particular that this person who we called Fake Tegan was preying on young queer women. And so, yeah, it was very overwhelming. So there was a lot of time and distance before I felt like we could approach the story. And a few years ago, we just decided, we talked and decided that it was time to talk about it. It's still happening, which is partly why we felt like we needed to talk about it. But we also feel like it's just something that's very timely. A lot of artists are struggling with this. A lot of people in public positions are struggling with this. And I think it's important to give some sort of narrative around that, some context, so people understand why bands or public figures have to be so protective.
Yeah, how has it changed the way, I guess, maybe you see your fans, interact with your fans, or has it not? I don't know, are you more cautious now?
I mean, yes, of course. And, you know, I want to be really specific too. Like this incident, this situation that has been going on is definitely the sort of like headline, but there are so many things in, you know, our sort of social culture that are normalized that I didn't like. Like I have always found, you know, anonymity and my privacy really important. And I think, you know, navigating that as a public figure is really hard because you never want to seem like you're not, you know, I don't know, like I have so much, like I have so much gratitude for this job and this life. So you never quite know when you're, you know, maybe the public doesn't need to know that it makes you uncomfortable that people follow you to your hotel, for example. You know, like
I draw the line at like if I'm in a public washroom and someone's like, when you come out of there, can I get a selfie? I'm like,
but those types of things,
no.
Like we're laughing, but it's like, I mean, the truth is that you navigate these things and you don't always want to like sort of like put people on blast, or at least we didn't want to, and we sort of tried to find a sort of like, you know, a diplomatic way to say to fans, like, hey, like, this is too much, or like, I'm really uncomfortable and I wish you wouldn't do this. But I think this specific, like the film, this focuses on something really insidious. And it, you know, in some ways why it was so upsetting to us is that it mostly wasn't directed at us. Like, it didn't feel like somebody was like outside of our house stalking us. It felt like somebody was stalking us, our fans, our friends, our family. Like, it felt like they were everywhere.
Yeah.
Has it changed the way that you see fame? Because, you know, as Carolyn mentioned off the top here, everybody's on social media, it seems, now, and they want likes, they want fame and recognition, right? Yeah. Has it changed the way that you perceive fame?
Yeah, I think that it had a real effect on us for sure. Yeah, you know, like I think post Fake Tegan, a lot of things changed. I mean, we were much less involved with social media. We hired security. We changed the way we do our business. I mean, to this day, if I text somebody something overly personal in my life, they'll call me to verify it's me. I mean, this person, I don't want to give too much away. I hope people will watch it when it comes out on October 18th. But the reality is this person had access to things they shouldn't have. They were embedded in our world, our personal world, our manager's world. At some point, they got into my email and were in control of that. So it's like, it just changed the way we looked at everything. And as Sarah said, the vast majority of people that listen to our music, we love and appreciate their support. But there's a reason why there's those barricades. There's a reason why there's security. There's just, unfortunately, a small percentage of people who don't know where the line is.
Mm-hmm. Well, but in a way, like you said, now it's a way of taking control over something so uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Fanatical. The catfishing for Tegan and Sara is making its world premiere at TIFF today. You can catch it at 8:30 p.m. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Great to see you both again.